Okay, good evening, everybody. It's another fun, exciting Monday night with George and Audra and the whole gang. So, thank you again for giving me something interesting to read, what I'm still reading and giving feedback on. Here's the plan for tonight. We're going to start off first by reviewing some vocabulary from the NGen assignment. There's lots of good vocab words. I'm going to go over pronunciation. Play a little game where you will be able to practice your Zoom toolbar features. I'll ask you to use that hand raising emoji a lot. Then we're going to do a quick listening exercise with a short video done by The Economist. It's a magazine relating to this exact topic. And then we'll go into breakout rooms and have some marvelous, wonderful, exciting, stimulating discussions. So about 20 minutes into the class, all that English that you've wanted to just let out all day, you can do it. After that, one thing I didn't put here because I was a little unclear, we're going to hear from two fabulous students. I just wanted to confirm with. We will hear from Maria. I just talked to Maria a little while ago. Maria says she's ready. She's got a great NGen lesson to share with everybody. And Emilce is not feeling very well today, but I'm not sure if she's coming or not. Hang on one second. Emilce, I told her don't worry about it if she's not feeling great. So yes, Emilce is not here. But even if Emilce was here, isn't it great that we're online? Nobody's going to get sick. She's not going to cough on anybody. Isn't that a beautiful thing? Anyway, here we are. So we're going to review the spell and grammar check, something I haven't done in class yet, but it is worthwhile. So, and I've got a poem. I usually don't use poetry in this class, but there's a poem to help with spell check, and I'm going to use it. I hope you enjoy it. Then we're going to go over upcoming assignments, and then I'll make some plans with everybody to have a quick end of semester interview because we're going to be done by the second week of December. And I need to chat with everybody to talk to you about what your plans are, what you thought about the class, what you want to do next semester, all that good stuff. So just let me know, and I'll put a little, I'll use the Google Classroom stream so you can tell me when you're available and we can have a quick chat. So sometime this week, I want to get on the phone with everybody. At least 5 minutes, 10 minutes is better. 15 minutes, 20 minutes even. Just tell me what's going on and what your plans are so I can help you with your next steps, whatever they may be. Then we'll wrap up the class with remote access to the lesson, the way two of you, Wilson and Esnader have done this both. You take control of my computer for about 10 minutes and try to answer all the questions with your classmates shouting you the answers. It's very exciting, very riveting. So that's what we are going to do. And one thing I realized I should do before we move forward is this. I'm going to enable the captions to make it a little easier to understand what's going on. Here we go. Closed captions. All right. Let's do captions in English. Okay. So one more time. Let's do the closed captions in English. Aha. Perfect. So there we are. So you should be able to see the closed captions as I'm speaking. So I realized as I was giving the agenda, I was talking a little bit faster than I should have, and I should just put some captions there. Anyway, all right. So let's go over that vocab right now. And let me just double check that Maria is here because she's part of the show tonight. Yes, Maria, you are here. Maria, you're okay presenting after that breakout room?
Yes, teacher.
Fantastic. I look forward to it. Okay. And I see a few faces I haven't seen in a while. Nice. John, great to see you. Or not face, a black square. John, it's wonderful to see that black square with your name on it and the muted microphone. Welcome back. If you understand me, say nothing and stay muted with no camera on. Oh, I knew it. See, when John says nothing, it means he loves you. Okay, thank you, John. All right. So this is what we went over last week. We had a contrast. For some people, remote work is a fabulous experience. That was this on the left. Somebody wakes up, the sun is shining, they get to do a little yoga, they get to make a latte or something and enjoy their life. And for some people, remote work can be a nightmare. This lady was shouting at her kids while she was, trying to talk to a customer. So it's a different experience for everybody, depending on their situation. And the engine lesson gave us a lot of good vocabulary, which we'll go over right this moment. Here it is. So what I'm going to do is this. I will underline the word or phrase. There's one phrase in there, rest of them are words. You can just unmute yourself and follow my pronunciation. Here we go.
Hybrid workplace.
Oh, Maria, you're good. You're way ahead of me. Okay, Maria nailed it. Everybody follow me. Hybrid workplace.
Hybrid workplace.
Hybrid workplace.
Hybrid workplace.
Hybrid workplace.
Workplace.
Hybrid workplace.
Excellent. Now watch my mouth when I make this L and Y sound. Policy.
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 There we go. Now, good. Similar sounds with this word, but it's a lot more L's.
Flexibility. Commute.
Oh, it's practicing too. I love it. Boost. Productivity. Pandemic. Shift. This one right there, make sure you say it slowly.
Shift.
You can see why, right? Because if you say it too quickly, you could forget about the F.
Shift.
Very good. Collaborative. Measuring.
Struggling.
Identify. Structured.
Structure.
Very good. All right, now here's the fun stuff. Okay, make sure you get to know your Zoom toolbar. So you have a toolbar with the chat, the camera, all that good stuff. And on the three dots on the right-hand side, you should see a feature called reactions. Now, I'm going to show you all my reactions. Let's see, if I want to do an applause, everybody can see that reaction right there. If I want to do a, if I think something is really funny, I'll do this. There, hilarious. You tell a good joke. I'll put that up there. If I am surprised or a little shocked in a way, I'll do this. If I am taking a break, I'll maybe turn my camera off and do this. If I have a question, I want to do this, raising my hand. And if I want to bring my hand down, because my hand is, maybe somebody answers my question, then I will go back to the same feature and lower hand. And when you get to know all your reactions, there's all kinds of fun stuff you can do with these. So anyway, start to practice, everybody practice raising their hands. So I want to see that everybody's on their Zoom toolbar. Let's see those hands up. So my hand is up. Maria, Nelsie, Wilton, good. Wesley,
Oh.
beautiful. So it's on the toolbar, a reaction. There you go, Luis, Valencia, good. Magda, good. So look on your toolbar, it's the three little dots that say, and then just look at reaction. There you go, Larissa, you got it. Now you're having fun. There you go, Natalia. Very nice. Okay. All right. So here's what we're going to do. Everybody, please lower your hand. Lower your hand. And oh, I have not lowered my hand. That includes me. Here we go. All right. Lower your hand. I will give you a definition of a word on the screen, and the first person to raise their hand will guess the word. Here we go.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Arranged according to plan. Arranged according to plan. Don't say it, just give me the hand raising emoji. Arranged according to plan. When you, oh, Luis, you got your hand up.
Policy?
Good guess, but no. Arranged according to plan. Policy is more like rules and regulations, laws. Think about, I'll give you a further definition. Here we go. To construct, arrange according to plan.
But
Oh, Wesley,
structured.
correct. Wesley, you nailed it. Okay. So Wesley, I'm going to put your name right on the board. All right. Okay. Now, next up, here we go. To travel back and forth regularly. Up, Alizar.
Commute.
Correct, Alizar. That was
Okay.
fast. You were ready. You were like, boom.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Commute. Oh, I'm sorry. Alizar is your name. I almost right. Wrote commute next to the word. Okay. All right, here we go.
Gift.
Well, I didn't even say anything yet. You're guessing the word before I say anything, Maria. Okay,
Shift.
no, I'm not saying shift. Who keeps saying shift? Okay, to work together with others.
Identify.
Luis, remember to raise the hand raising emoji.
Collaborative.
Collaborative. Good job, Luis. Okay. So don't shout. If you shout it out, you're only giving somebody the right answer. So remember, if you raise your hand, you could just raise your hand quickly. Listen to the people who are not raising their hands and then take their answers from them. But remember, the person you're listening to may be giving you the wrong answer. So be very careful who you're listening to. All right. So, Luis, it's just like when you're sitting in an in-person class and you're taking a test. So let's ask Audra. Audra, do you ever notice this? You think you're taking a test and you look over at the person next to you to see if they have the right answer on their paper, and then you think, oh, I got the right answer. And then you look at the person and think, wait a minute, this person's really not that smart at all. Oh, I got to erase that right now. So be very careful when you're listening to somebody shout out the answer. Okay. All right. To increase.
Product.
Hand raising emoji. Oh, Joseph's hand is up.
Boost.
Productivity.
Oh, no. Nope.
Increased.
Close. Good answer, but that's not to increase. Marvell.
Hybrid workplace.
No, I'll say it again.
No.
To increase.
Boost.
Maria.
Boost.
Boost. Correct. Maria. I was just calling in order the hands that were up. Okay. Well, so Marvell, remember to take your hand down. Okay. I think we're getting good at this game now. All right. Okay. And here we go. I'm going to read the dictionary definition here. Occurring over a wide geographic area, usually related to an outbreak of a disease. An outbreak of a disease over a wide geographic area.
Pandemic.
Pandemic.
Marvell is the only one who raised his hand. So Marvell, think about it.
Pandemic.
Answer or no?
Pandemic.
That is the right answer, yes. So yeah, luckily for you, you have smart classmates. So, but I think Marvell knew anyway. So yes. All right.
Teacher,
right.
there are no time to raise their hand.
Marvell
no
raised
time.
his hand. You just got to get familiar with the Zoom toolbar. So you go into practice. Does anybody need more practice raising their hand? Go to reactions, raise hand, and then lower hand. Sandy got it. Good job. Larissa's got it. Valencia, do you see your reactions on the toolbar? Oh, you did it, Valencia. Perfect. Nelsie got it. Marvell laughed out loud with his emoji. Very good. All right. Okay, nice. All right, here we go. An office where some staff are there and some staff are working from home. Luis.
Hybrid workplace.
Correct. I knew that was easy, but Luis was fast raising his hand. Good job, Luis. Okay. All right. Okay. relating to law, legislation, or general rules. Joseph,
Police.
very good,
Mhm.
Joseph. You guessed policy for another one. I was hoping you'd get that one. Nice. Okay. Ability to move and adapt. Sandy,
Flexibility.
very good, Sandy. Does everybody here feel that they are flexible physically? Can everybody here try this?
Yep.
Put your hands behind your back like this. I'm just curious. Louise can do it.
Let me turn my camera on.
Wesley, try it. No, try it like this. Does everybody see?
What?
Yeah.
Uh, uh, uh,
It's good for you, especially if you. By the way, those of you who want to work remotely in the future, you have to actually make sure your back doesn't curl over. Like if you're sitting a lot, you have to get up and move a lot during the day, even for like 15 minutes, because it's not good to stay hunched over like that.
I did it.
Yes, Larissa, you did it. Good job.
do you practice yoga, teacher,
I do.
or stretching, something like that?
I do practice.
That's
I
why.
do yoga. Yep. Not as much as I wish I did. I used to do a lot more. Anyway, so okay. All right. So oh, I forgot to cross off boost. All right. Hang on 1 second. Let me get the I'm just gonna read the dictionary definition so I don't make it confusing.
Wesley is ready for the next answer.
What? Okay, the rate.
Wesley is ready for the next answer.
I know he's very excited. I'm going as slow as I can just to make Wesley crazy. Okay. The amount a company generates. In business, the amount a company generates.
Productivity.
Wesley, he was so ready. Wesley and Marvell were like Wesley,
Measuring.
Magda, Nelsie. It was like boom, 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 boom. But Wesley, what you got?
Measuring.
What'd you say? Measuring? No. Magda's hand is still up there.
Productivity.
Productivity.
Correct. Magda, very good. Okay. Excellent. Magda. Oh, wow, this is good. I don't think, okay, Luis is up there twice. Wesley, Joseph, Marvell. Wow, we got a lot of names up there. Okay. All right. Well, that's because you haven't. Oh, wait. Which one did you get, Sandy? Flexibility. Yes, you're right. I'm sorry, Sandy. Sorry, Sandy. And you are physically and emotionally flexible. Very good. Spiritually, all that. There you go. Okay. Just to hold on a second. To proceed with difficulty. To proceed with difficulty. Maria.
Struggling.
Yes, very good. Hmm. Hold on a second. Okay. To assert a view of oneself.
Didn't.
Identify.
You got it. Okay. We only have two left, so I'll stop after this one. Okay. Here we go. Capacity or amount of something. Luis,
Measuring.
measuring, yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Luis. Let's see, I think we got, you're the only one who's up here more than once. You got three, not bad. You're really quick with that. Boom, 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 the reactions keys. Very good.
I'm sorry.
You're good with that. Okay. So everyone here has probably gotten to know their Zoom features a little bit better, which is all part of it. So Luis, you got three right. As a prize, you can ask a random question, which could be totally unrelated to both myself and Audra. And, you know, we can choose not to answer if it gets too weird or personal, but I know you're not going to do that. What's on your mind, Luis?
Question. Have to ask any word for anybody? What is the
Well, you can
rule?
ask
Can
a
you repeat?
totally random question to me or to Audra. And if we don't want to answer you, we'll just tell you that your question is super weird and we don't feel like answering. But I know you're not going to ask a weird question. So go ahead, Luis. What do you want to know about myself?
I don't got it. I don't got it. I don't got it already.
Okay, because we're that boring, really?
No, it's not. It's not boring. But
How do you
what
feel
should I
about
do?
that, Audra? He doesn't want to know anything about us.
What should I do? Like
Nothing on your
to
mind?
pick
You
up
don't want
anybody to answer one question?
anything
I
you
can
want
do
to
it.
know? Like hobbies, favorite movie, anything, you know, like. Okay, fine.
Oh,
Wow, sure. He's not even the least bit curious about us. How do you feel? Not even, he doesn't want to know anything. He doesn't even want to know what like I had for lunch today or anything. He said, you know, man, you guys are super boring. I don't care. That's fine. It's fine. No problem, Luis. Fine. You had your moment.
I'm not boring. Just
Oh,
trust me.
it's okay. It's okay. I know we're not interesting. You have an interesting life, Luis, and we're not part of it. I get it. I get it. Okay. Let's move on. No problem. You don't want to know anything?
That's not true. That's not true.
Okay, you can ask a random question. This is your moment to let that English out.
All right.
Oh, now you're thinking hard. Don't think too hard. Keep it simple.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Okay.
I feel pressure, you know.
Okay.
Like,
All right. Well, that's what it means to be a winner, Luis. You feel pressure. You got three answers on the board there, so you're
I
a winner.
did. I know.
Good job. Let's just. So here's what we'll do. Your prize, Luis. I'm gonna everybody give Luis an applause emoji. There you go. Everybody, just give Luis an applause. There, something like that. So there's your applause. I'm clapping with my emoji. Okay. All right. So moving right along. All right. This is the next order of business. We're going to go into breakout rooms after I show you the first 4 minutes of this video. So I'm going to tell you who exactly will take which question. And first, I'm going to let the computer generate the breakout rooms. 1, 2, 3. Okay. First question. This is a video titled "The Pitfalls of Working from Home." And the first question, it is, what made Barbados appealing in 2020? Does everybody know where Barbados is?
Yes.
Okay. So it became a very appealing place for certain people to live and work in the year 2020. And that is going to go to, if you have a note, if you have a pen and paper, this is, oh yay, Ting Ting is joining us. Great. Let me recreate the breakout rooms. Ting Ting said she'd be late tonight. That's fine. Welcome, Ting Ting. Okay.
I think teacher Rihanna is from Barbados.
Yes. She is.
Oh, that's why you said yes. I said, does everybody know where Barbados is from? Maria goes, yes. Very, very fast.
Yes, she is.
So does everybody who is not Maria know where Barbados is?
Yep.
It's a
Okay, just
country.
Wesley, only Wesley and Maria. Just the two of you. Okay, that works. All right. Let's see. All right, I got another question. Which city is, this is for Audra. Audra, you can start crying like very dramatically if not enough people can answer this one. Which city is Boston College located in?
Boston College in
Think about it.
I'm not sure. I think in Cambridge.
It's in
No,
Cambridge.
Cambridge. I think it's
Say yes, please,
This
Audra.
was totally
Brooklyn.
unplanned. This was totally unplanned. Oh my goodness.
Boston teacher, I guess.
Fantastic. Wow.
I think it's
Wow.
Brooklyn.
You answered the question.
So believe it or not, Audrey, you want to tell everybody this one?
Yeah, we're in Newton,
Hmm.
but
Yeah, it is. It's like right around the Chestnut Hill area. If you kind of like go across the water, you're technically in
yeah,
Boston.
because
Like
then
once
you're
you
like in
cross-
Austin.
It's like
So then
let's call it like a let's call it a kind of a shifting border. It depends on, yeah, like you move, it's like, yeah, like a distance of a football field, really.
exactly.
Yeah, where if you walk around the water, you're basically in Boston. You're technically in Boston, but if you move up, the further you move up the hill, then you're in that Chestnut Hill, Newton area. But what everybody was thinking, why everybody said Cambridge is because a lot of people who come from out of town
Harvard.
get super confused when they come to Boston. They look for Harvard, and Harvard's in Cambridge.
Harvard is in.
Confused, like people from overseas. They want to get their kid with a pick. They want to buy the Harvard sweatshirt to make their kid look like a genius, and they put their kid against the John Harvard statue, who, by the way, I never actually set foot on this continent, but that's another story. And then they get so confused. They say, "Where's Harvard? Where's Harvard?" It's in Cambridge. All I got to do is cross a bridge. So no, it's really not that far, but people get super confused about that one. So now you know Boston College is in Newton and Boston, kind of like overlapping. Exactly, Joseph. Exactly. I don't think you were talking to us though, but I agree with you. Anyway, so what made Barbados appealing? That question will go to Alexandra, Natalia, Nelsie, Valencia, and Alizar. And Audrey, are you okay joining the same breakout room? Awesome. Okay. All right. So next question. What might be some of the headaches, and I'm using the language from the video, headaches for employers after their staff work abroad? So employers, that's companies, the people who create the jobs. This one is going to go to John, Larissa, Magda, Bibiana, Wilton, and Johanna. So once again, the second one, what might be some of the headaches for employers if their staff work abroad? That's John, Larissa, Magda, Bibiana, Wilton, and Johanna. Okay, last question. How is the remote experience different between Sarah and Luke? So they highlight remote work between two different people there, and One is Sarah, one is Luke. They actually pronounce her name Sarah. So Sarah and Luke. So that's the third question, and that is breakout room 3. That's going to be Joseph, Luis, Maria, Marvell, Sandy, and Wesley. All right. So I'm going to stop recording right now because I'll get a copyright violation otherwise. And I'll play this video from The Economist. Here we go.
And maybe for the companies more expensive for the I don't know how to say in English.
I'll give you the word.
Como estadía.
Well, that's not the word, but when you said expensive for the companies, try to think of this
Yes.
in particular.
Yes, for taxes.
So it's kind of a complicated problem. All of you have changed countries.
Mhm,
Let's say after this class, you all get jobs that allow you to work remotely.
mhm.
How many of you, if you had the opportunity and you had the ability and you realize, wait a minute, I miss my parents, I miss my friends.
Mhm.
I got a decent internet connection over there. I'm just gonna bring my office equipment, I'm gonna get on a plane, and I'm gonna go do my job from my country. And what if it's not just you, it's a lot of people, and all of a sudden people in various governments in various countries are noticing, wait a minute, there's all these American companies sending people to work here.
Mhm.
We're not getting paid. Wait a minute, what's going on? Larissa, I just read, I was just before class, I was reading your writing, and you do desire to have a remote job. Here's a question. If you could work remotely, would you want to do part of for say a year or part of the year, Larissa, would you like to go back to Brazil? And
Yeah, Brazil would be good.
yeah, I'm
But
thinking especially
as my salary is in dollar. Well, if I have my salary in dollar, that's worth it.
Yeah, you keep your Boston salary. Let's say you get the job that you want here in Boston. Your salary will be a local salary. Your money will be deposited into your American bank account in US dollars. Wouldn't it be nice just to spend a couple months at least in Brazil?
Yeah.
Money will go a little farther, see your friends,
Yeah.
enjoy some good food.
See my friends and walk at the beach. So
Sounds good to me too. Yeah, I think now you got 19 classmates who want to come with you. And Natalia's saying, hey, yeah, sounds good to me. Sandy, you want to go back to the DR for a couple months?
drink some caipirinhas.
I'm there, please. Let's go.
God, I love that.
Sounds perfect. Sounds perfect. Now, as perfect as that sounds,
And some
I wanna know-
Brazilians,
I want to know what everybody thinks. Who should be collecting taxes?
Actually, both places are higher taxes, but
You want to be taxed by both locations? I don't. I'm gonna say no. If I pay taxes in two locations, I'll
have
do
to
what I am.
choose.
No, thank you.
Yeah, if I have to choose, it would be Brazil.
What does everybody think about that situation? If people who have that opportunity start working in another country, should that country where they are living be collecting taxes from the company they came from?
I think it's fair. Since you live there, you use the roads there, you use the medical assistance there, so it's fair if the country has to request you pay the taxes there.
It would be, the context would be this. Everybody knows this word right here? Outsourcing.
I don't know where's that.
Okay, everybody look in the back of whatever you're wearing and tell me what country the shirt came from.
Oh, China.
That's outsourcing.
India.
So very common for one company to send some work somewhere else, whatever that work might be. How many of you, when you have a problem with your computer, you get on the phone with somebody in the Philippines or in India?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that's common practice. If a company in one country sets up a work site in another country, they pay taxes to that country. So Apple Computers sets up a factory. They outsource the manufacturing of iPhones to a Foxconn factory in China. They will pay taxes to China. If Microsoft gets a lower tax rate in Ireland, so they'll send a certain number of offices to Ireland, and there'll be some jobs there for Microsoft. Facebook does too. That's common. What if suddenly employees of these different companies start moving? Is that the same as outsourcing? Or is that totally different?
I think it's totally different, right? So it's not the same thing with the company and the person. So you have to pay taxes in America. If you're American, you have to pay taxes in America.
This will be interesting because if Natalia's saying it's not the same because it's the person themselves deciding to move.
Yes.
The company didn't tell them to move. It's the person moving on their own decision. The person says, I can do my job from this place, so I'm going to go. The company didn't set up an office. They didn't rent space in that country. They didn't make a deal with the local government. It's just one employee, many employees just decided to move on their own. So, Natalia, would you argue no, companies shouldn't be paying taxes in another country? Or what do you think?
So I think is the correctly, if you work in another place, you have to pay taxes in that place when you work, no? So if I move to Brazil or Colombia or wherever, so you have to pay taxes in Colombia, Brazil. But I don't know how is this case. I think this person, he said that if you move another country, you have to pay taxes in America when you come back. I'm not sure.
Well, it's really an unforeseen situation because in the video there were a large number of people from Western companies, particularly in the UK, where their staff just started to go back to India for 6 months to a year. And in this case of Barbados, we saw one family that took advantage of a policy. Barbados decided to be very appealing and offered a work visa that was essentially tax-free. I'll play this again here.
Since March, we're not going outside, we're not meeting anyone. I see this random article that said Barbados is offering a 1-year remote work visa to foreigners all over the world. And I thought, that's kind of interesting.
3 months later, Donna and her husband said farewell to their home in Seattle and up sticks to Barbados.
Last night we sat out on the boardwalk and had rum punches and tacos and overlooked the ocean, and it was magical. It was a throwback to a time like almost a year ago when you could do that.
Working from paradise was made possible by a special visa which allowed Donna and her husband to continue doing their jobs in Barbados while still paying income tax in America.
So this was pretty unusual. So Barbados offered foreigners this opportunity to work remotely from a nice warm island nation, live in paradise for a little while and still only pay income taxes where they were from. Which probably actually, we should ask Maria, how do you feel about that policy? Where's Maria? Maria. Oh.
Okay, teacher, sorry.
It's okay. Oh, I was gonna say, we're gonna wrap this up and then you can finish class with your presentation, but you're from Barbados. How do you feel about that policy? These Americans coming in, enjoying all the sun and the sunshine and good weather, but not paying income taxes.
Yes, it's excellent opportunity to work in front of the beach and in other weather, but with the same taxes.
You okay with that?
Sorry?
You okay with that? Like, shouldn't these Americans living that perfect life be saying, oh, here's some tax money so you can build a local school and a local hospital and all that stuff?
If I can
while
do
we
it,
enjoy your sunshine and beaches.
if I can do it, I do. But because it's a good place. But the thing is, you need to know about the taxes because the taxes always have a tricky, and you should know how that works. My daughter is accounting, and she explained me it's a very difficult sometimes when you work outside of this country and you need something special from the companies to work outside. I think you need to work 3 or 2 months ago, in other country and then coming here. I don't know how is the tricky, but that have a tricky. I don't know where is it. Where is it?
So you're okay that this couple from Seattle lived a wonderful life during the pandemic, but didn't pay any taxes in your country? That doesn't bother you?
Yes, it's a good opportunity for me. I think it's fine.
Okay, very, very interesting. All right. I love Natalia just shaking her head. All right. Okay, Marvel, what are you thinking?
Teacher, in my opinion, is you have to pay tax. I mean, if you are like different country and you're receiving the payment from that country, you have to pay the taxes in the country who is paying you. So because
that's exactly what these two Americans did. They paid income tax in America, but they lived in Barbados.
But that in that case, I think if they are receiving like the money from Barbados, they have to pay the taxes in Barbados.
Okay.
The government of Barbados is like they have like the whole information, and they are taking like they are giving you the money to you expend in the same country.
Alizar, what are you thinking?
I think it's not necessary. It would be nice for the government to receive taxes from foreigner workers. But when you are in Barbados, you are paying for food, for services, and all that has taxes.
Okay, so
So
just having that extra money flowing into the economy is worth it, you're saying?
yes, so the person who is living in Barbados, in this working in this paradise, uh, is paying when he's buying food and when he's paying the rent, all has an amount and percentage of which is taxes. So if this person doesn't pay express doesn't make a declaration and pay taxes, no problem, because it's not normal to pay taxes in two countries.
Mm-hmm.
But Barbados is not losing, because when people live there, when buy food and when pay services, are paying taxes too.
All right, we're gonna quickly, let's get somebody to give their opinion about these two case studies, Sarah and Luke. Sarah and Luke. Sandy, tell us, your hand was up first. What was the difference between Sarah's experience and Luke's experience?
For Sarah, the experience is she has 20 years working for the company, and is like on the more she has more experience for the remotely work, because when you have more time in the company, you need you have sometime meeting with the customer, and with the some meeting with the boss, and she has more time with the family, because she working from the home, and it's better for the balancing with the time in the house, and she has living a student room, like for job. It's better because she has a space for work home, and she has like interaction with the other person in the back, and it's just only she on the computer. That's it. And for Luke, it's different, because he's very young with the work. He has 1 years working, spending working, and he is a student. He is a student in college, but he has time for the make assignment, because he work from home, and he make and um, how do you say on the he has more on the time for the making on the assignment, the homework, and he has a very difficult problem, because he living for 3 people or more people, and it's difficult, because when you work for home, and you know living alone, you don't have time for you don't have the you don't have the silent in the place. You every time has interaction, people say something, and this is not good for the work home. And this is my opinion for the different Sarah and Luke.
Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, Sandy. So yeah, it was a definite win for Sarah, but not a win at all for Luke. Luke couldn't stand his roommates. He didn't have as much experience in the company, so he was just really beginning his career. He didn't have money in the bank. He's sharing an apartment with two other people, whereas Sarah had worked for 20 years. She had established wealth, and she could live comfortably and work comfortably. Not for Luke. So, and then the next part of that video where I cut it off, there was a disparity between younger people and older people in white collar jobs. I could actually say as a teacher, I before the pandemic, I started working remotely. But if I had started working remotely, I don't know quite if I would feel the same way about it if I hadn't already been teaching for over 10 years and feel comfortable with it. If I was just beginning as a teacher and started working remotely, I might be a little confused or frustrated with it. Anyway, to wrap up class this evening, we've got a fabulous presentation by Maria, who's gonna, Maria, you're still ready to go?
Okay.
All right. Oh, one last thing. What I put on the Google Classroom stream, I posted the next assignment, but I said, hello, everyone. We have a few weeks left in the semester. I need to schedule time to chat with everyone to see what your plans are for 2024. Please write below what times you're available during the week, and I'll try to message you, call you, all that stuff. Just let me know when you're available. Or if you don't say anything, I'll just try to call you at random times and bother you. Just kidding. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and Maria will finish the class for us. Here we go. Maria, there we go. Okay. So Maria, I'm making you co-host. Okay, Maria, go for it. This is Maria's screen.
I'm trying to find, okay.
Oh, I see it. The second tab.
Yes.
Beautiful.
I select.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
I thought about sharing this one, but I thought it would be too political.
Maria, where do you find it?
In the engine.
Yeah, it's a very interesting.
I know it's engine, but
yeah,
how you find it? How you find it?
How is easy? It's many topics from Venezuela, Luis. Okay,
Oh, wow.
I'm going to tell you. Okay, is this
Perfect,
the problem I have? You see, teacher?
It's a very interesting article. Yeah.
Yes. I select this topic because currently is the news, and I say I like comment on it. We Venezuelans have a system that calls itself democratic because in its beginning, 24 years ago, it was chosen by the people, but then they took over the powers in Venezuela. The executive, legislative, and judicial power. They took the government right now took all the powers, and also with the protection of the military. And then I saw a Venezuelan opposition hold primary to choose Maduro challenger, and I say this is the topic to try to talk a little bit in the classroom. I'm going to read the topic. Maria Corina Machado, a pro-free market former law marker, is the frontrunner in Venezuela's primary election to pick a challenger to President Nicolás Maduro. It is the first election of its kind since 2012 in the troubled South America country. It remains unclear if Machado will be allowed to run in 2024, while Maduro's government agreed in principle last week to allow the opposition to choose its candidate. A UN-backed panel said last month that Maduro's government has also intensified efforts to curtail democratic freedoms. That includes subjecting opponents to detentions, surveillance, threats, and arbitrary criminal proceedings. Maduro and an opposition faction backed by the US government agreed last week to work together on basic conditions for the 2024 presidential election. That prompted the Venezuelan government to release 6 political prisoners and the Biden administration to lift key economic sanctions. The Biden administration has given Venezuela's government until the end of November to establish a timeline and process to reinstate all candidates who have previously been banned from running for office, including Machado. If Maduro does not meet the deadline, the US government will reverse some of the sanction relief. This is the United States and transparent elections, but the government in my country is really a delinquent government, and they know if Maria Corina will take the power or go to if she goes to an election, she's going to win because many opinions say that she is in the head of all of how do you say encuesta?
What's the word?
The survey.
Yes, she is in the first in all of this, and but this government want to release the sanction because they are affecting because it is money, and now they don't have money to Robert to take
to store.
Yes. But the problem is that if there is a pre-election, they will lose. And they know that they are not going to let that happen. So they do not want to enable it, and the US gave them an ultimatum and set a day until the end of the November. Okay.
Good job, Maria. Good job.
Yes.
Lots of tricky vocabulary words for everybody.
Yes. It's a lot of vocabulary. The profit market. related up to person who supports or is in favor of an economic system in which the price of goods and services is affected by supply and demanded rather than controlled by a government. A lawmaker is a legislator, politician who helps make the official rules of a country. Maria Corina she was a lawmaker. She was in the past, she was a lawmaker. But the Chavez did many things to remove her to the rule, to the assembly. Front runner, person or organization that will most probably win something. Front runner. Primary election. Process in which member of a political party select the preferred candidate to represent the party in a future event where people vote in order to choose the president. Challenger. Of its kind, of this particular type. Trouble. This is a problem or difficulty. Remains unclear. Continue to be difficult to understand or be sure about whether something will happen. In principle, with regard to basic ideas, but not concerning details in theory. Opposition, major political organization that is against the organization in office. Example, the one that is currently in power and is prepared to replace it if elected. This is opposition. Backed, helped, or supported. Biden back Maria Corina, the government of this administration. Panel is a group of people with a special knowledge or skill who have been chosen to give advice or opinion on a particular subject. Intensify. Intensify made something greater or stronger.
Ooh, sorry to interrupt you, Maria. I think we're going to run out of time. That was perfect.
Okay, what, teacher? Sorry.
Oh, I said sorry to interrupt you. I think we're going to run out of time, but that was perfect. This is a good one. And if anybody's interested in this topic, I posted a book I recommend. It's titled Crude Nation, and it's a play on words. Crude as in crude oil. If anyone's not familiar with
Thank you very much.
The story, the backstory.
Yes.
It gives a lot of context about what led the country to hyperinflation and the tragedy that has ensued in the past 15 to 16 years and so forth. Yeah, excellent. Excellent. When I saw this article, I said, oh, I'm definitely not assigning this because I meet people every day at El Centro whose lives have been destroyed by that particular, the last two administrations there. All right.
Okay.
Well, here's a quick question. Maria, are you from Barbados or Venezuela or both?
No, I am from Venezuela, teacher.
Okay. All right.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I thought you said earlier today you were from Barbados. Got it. Okay. Gotcha.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. You can stop sharing.
Yes.
So go to stop share.
Yeah, wait. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, good.
All right. So that's good. We're gonna wrap up the class for tonight. Thank you, Maria. Next week, I will not be teaching. I've got the I will not be teaching Monday next week. I have posted several assignments. Audra will be available for extra help this Thursday and also for 1 hour on a week from today. My mission is to get a hold of everybody at some point. It's a lot of people, a lot of different phone calls, just to have a little chat to see what your plans are for 2024, what your goals are, work, school, and everything. So we can get you moving in the right direction next semester. That's it. Let's wrap up the class. Any questions for me? Okay. Well,
Thank
have
you,
a good
teacher.
night, everybody.
Thank you.
Good
Take
night,
care.
teacher.
Bye.
Thank you so
Good night.
much.
Good
Teacher,
night,
have a good
everybody.
night.
Good night.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye, everyone.